Hello everyone, I'm GameMaker Pixel, and in this tutorial I'm going to teach you the basics of 2D movement and collisions. So, we're going to start out the tutorial by creating a 2D scene, and I'm just going to name this main, and then we're going to save it. And I'm also going to not attach a sprite, I don't need that. I've got a background here. If you're wondering why the background's blue, you can do that by going into Project Settings, and if you go to Environment, in Rendering Environment, you can set the color. So I've just set it to this right here, and yeah. Okay. For this main scene, I don't believe I'm not gonna attach anything. Okay, save. We're gonna create a new scene, and it's not gonna be that. So I'm just going to replace this with kinematic body. So this kinematic body is optimized for basically playable characters. So yeah, we're just going to attach, it's complaining right now because it has no collision shape, so it can phase through things. And obviously we need a collision shape. But first we're going to start out with a sprite. And I'm just going to use the Godot icon so you don't have to download anything. And I'm just going to go, I'm going to add a collision shape. We're going to make this a circle. You do that by going to shape and doing that. And then just set the radius to 32. Okay. Nice. Now, let's attach our friend as script here. Let me rename the node first and save the scene. That would be a smart idea. Okay. Nice. Again. Okay. Create. And so we're going to start off the script with a variable, and I'm going to make an exported variable. Export integer variable, and we're going to call it speed. Cool. Okay. And then we're going to create a function here, physics process, and this function is called every frame. And yeah, every frame. It's called every frame, so it's useful for a lot of things, such as, well, movement. Okay. So we're gonna, onto this, we're gonna do a bit of if input knit dot is action not just pressed. If you do just pressed, it'll only fire once, but we want it to fire every frame it's pressed. So we're gonna do UI underscore right too. Okay. Nice. That was a nice rhythm. Okay. And we're gonna go position dot x plus equals speed. And then we're just gonna repeat this thing, copy paste it, and we're just gonna change this to left, and we're gonna change this to minus equals speed. And then we're just gonna take this chunk, do a bit of that, and we're just gonna go, we're gonna do down first, because in Godot, down is positive. So if you did it the wrong way, you'd press the down button and you'd be going upward. So that's mildly not right. Anyway, so I'm gonna change these to Y because obviously we don't need another left and right. Okay, so that should be that, and then we just need to put this guy into here. So now we have our player, and yeah, I'm gonna do something really quick and change his color scheme. So let's do a bit of this. Okay. Okay, yeah, I wrote down the color schemes, so that's the wrong one. Okay. Don't copy that one. Is this the correct one? Yes. Okay, so we now have a somewhat yellow looking player. Let's save that, put it in here, and if I change anything in here, you may have noticed the color changed here as well. So for every instance of this scene, it'll change based on how I change that, which is one cool feature of Godot. Okay, let's run this and see how okay. I know I did this. I know what I'm doing. Okay, 10. Do that. Actually, set it to 7. If it's 0, it's not gonna move. That would make sense. Okay, nice. So, yep, now we have movement here. And now we want a wall, because walls are fun. Let's do a static body. So do that, and then we'll call it wall, and save it really quick. Cool. Okay. We're simply going to attach similar to the player, except without a sprite, or without a script, of course. We're going to do blank, and I have a color for this too. So let's quickly plop that in here. I set it to FF1654. Copy, and this is a red. Whoa, okay, save. So now I need to put a collision on it, not go all the way over there. And that's the whole reason this is complaining. Just like with the kinematic body. Okay. Collision. Please. Thank yous. Okay. We're gonna make this one instead a rectangle. So it's right here. Okay. And we're gonna make the accents 32, 32. So it does that. So you can tell I'm dragging. Okay, thanks. And now we're just gonna plop a few of these guys into the main scene. And again, you can, well, yeah, just grab this wall, put it somewhere, and then hit Control Duplicate or Command Duplicate if you're on a Mac, and it will duplicate the wall. I can't talk. Okay. I got confused as to why this happened. Anyway, okay. Let's see. How's this? So now we have some walls, and you'll notice that's not functioning properly. And that, my friends, is because when you're setting position, it basically can teleport. So it's basically teleporting however many pixels I want, speed wise, all that. Anyway, so what we need to do instead is we need to use a special function. But first we need ourselves a variable called velocity, and it's going to be equal to a vector 2. And instead of position.x, we're just going to do a bit of search and replace, and we're going to go position, and we're going to change it to velocity. Replace all. Okay. And then we're going to do a bit of the plus equals, we're just going to set to equals, both of them, and same with the minus equals. Okay, nice, except of course one thing, we need to make these negative so things will work properly. So now we have velocity, but velocity isn't going to do anything on its own other than be equal to a value, so we're just going to go move and slide. Nope, I can't type apparently today, that's fun. Computer, why? I'm sure you didn't see the screen darkened, but I'm going to turn it up just in case. Okay. We're going to do move and slide velocity. And so what that allows us to do is pretty much the exact same thing, but before I forget, this velocity is way too slow. We're going to set this to 250. Okay, that should be somewhat equivalent. And you'll notice, if you are following along, that when you press an arrow key, it just continues indefinitely. And there's a reason for that. That's because I'm missing something in the code, as you probably assumed. Okay, yeah. So we need to go back to player, and we need to change this to an elif, and this to an elif. And what the elif basically says is, if neither of these conditions are true, go to the else statement. And the else statement, we're just going to go velocity.x is equal to 0. And I'm just going to copy paste that down to the y as well, and then change it to velocity.y, and save. Okay. Let's see how this works. And yes, we have succeeded in not flying indefinitely into space. Okay. And the walls do indeed function. So yeah. That's the tutorial for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and of course, this is GameMaker Pixel, and I put a GitHub link in the description, so you can download the tutorial, all the code and assets. Well, I mean, there's not really many assets used in here, but you can download the scenes and the script if you don't want to follow along with the tutorial, or if you just want to check to make sure you did everything properly in case something explodes. So yes, thank you and bye.